What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Delvin once more coming to you live from Belize, giving you a direct profile of Fruit Magician Girl along with Fortune Fairy Magician. Fortune Fairies. Sorry about that. So without further ado, let's get started. Going into the monsters. Alright. So for the monsters, we're running 3 Berry Magician. She's awesome. Nice sauce. We all know what she does when she gets targets for an attack or for with an effect monster. Switch to defense and special summon a monster from the deck directly to your field. Alright. So along with 3 of Berry Magician, we're running 1 Lemon Magician Girl. Sorry about the lighting. Yeah, we're running 1 Lemon Magician Girl. She's another searcher. We're running 1 Apple Magician Girl. She restores them from the graveyard once she's sent by battle air card effect. You could select up to 3 Fruit Magician Girls and add them back to your hand. So she replenishes the hand. We're running 3 Chocolate Magician Girl. Now she's the drawer. She lets you draw out by discarding 1 spellcaster monster from your hand. Alright. So she's pretty neat along with the Fortune Fairies. Sorry. We're running 2 Kiwi Magicians. Now she has a dope effect whereby if she's on the field, magicians cannot be targeted by spell, trap, or effect monsters. They're unaffected basically, guys. And her effect from hand, quick effect, you could discard her from your hand to boost all Fruit Magician Girls by, let me see, yeah, by 300 attack for each Fruit Magician on the field or in the graveyard. So that is it for the Fruit Magician Girl lineup. Alright, we're running 2 Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer. Now this guy stops Call by the Grave because your opponent cannot remove. So basically they cannot ash you if you have him on the field. Alright. He's pretty insane. Stops from Orcus engines. It stops basically anything, guys. Once you have him on the field and it has to do with remove from play from your graveyard, he stops it. He's awesome sauce. Awesome. Alright, so we're running 2 of Kaiku. And for the Fortune Fairy, we're running 2 Fortune Fairy N. Now, once she's drawn, she special summons herself, and she then destroys 1 set spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field. So nice for getting rid of those pesky back rows. We run a good, nice amount of back row hate in this deck. We're running 1 Fortune Fairy Hue. Alright, so she adds back a Fortune Lady. She adds back a spellcaster type monster that gets removed from play, from the banished zone. So she brings back also. We're running 3 Fortune Lady Sweet. Now when she gets summoned or special summoned, she could remove from play 1 face up monster on the field. Alright, so that doesn't have to be on your field. You could remove one of your opponent's face up monsters also and bring it back during your next standby phase. But it's just good because if you remove a link monster from the link zone and you bring it back and that link zone is occupied, then it won't go back, it'll go directly to the graveyard. Alright. Running 3 of her to also run with XYZ plays. Tell you about that a bit later. Alright, and the remaining monster that we're running 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Just to stop the special summons, draws, basically negate your opponent, lock them down, make them can't do anything. Alright, and for the final monsters is 3 Effect Veilers. Alright, I've been thinking about building this deck a long time, guys. I was just waiting for the correct cards, the correct support cards to work with it, and so far I think this is the best build. Alright, so we're running 22 monsters. Alright, and 18 spell and traps. So let's get into the spells. Now, for spells, field spell, we're running 3 Sacred Village of Spellcasters. Once you control a face-up spellcaster, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. Alright, now if you don't control a face-up spellcaster, then you cannot activate spell cards. So as you can see, the deck variant is fully spellcasters. Alright, you can't go wrong. If you draw into one of the Fortune Fairies, they special summon yourself, lock your opponent out from activating spells. All right, awesome sauce, great, crazy. For the what's that deck? The Triff's deck. It's crazy to lock him out because he basically used strictly spells, and his monsters counted spells in the speller trap card zone. So if he doesn't control us, spellcaster, he can't activate his spell cards, or his spell cards won't get a fix. All right, such as his monsters and stuff like that. He needs to control a spellcaster. We're running one terraforming. All right. We're running two spell book of knowledge because the fortune fairies basically special summon yourself, so they're free draw power off of them. We're running two wonder ones. Again, they special summon themselves, so we could just equip a fortune fairy after we get the effect and tribute them, draw two cards. So these are drawers for the deck. Wonder one and spellbook of knowledge. Now for the spicy tech that I'm running in this deck, I'm actually running Power of the Guardians. Now this card is awesome because once you attack, this card immediately gets a spell counter on it. The monster that is equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. If it does get destroyed, if it is to be destroyed by battle or card effect, you could remove one spell counter from this card and that monster remains on the field. So it's crazy to create a coercion with your Fruit Magician Girls effect. Once you're targeted for an attack, you could have that monster's attack and special summon a monster. Depends on which one of the Fruit Magician Girls is getting attacked. Alright. Now we're running two Twin Twisters for back rows. Alright. We're running two Call by the Grave. And we're also running one Solemn Warning and two Solemn Judgment. I'm still waiting on getting the third Solemn Judgment. I guess I'll get it from Chris or either Bijan, one of those guys from Belize. I'll see how it goes. You know, big up to the guys in Belize also. Bijan, George, Megs, who held the tournament this weekend. Joshua came in second. Jonathan did his thing also. I'm sorry I didn't make it, guys. I'll try to make it on the next tournament and bring you guys a live feed. Alright, so going into the extra deck. We're running 15 in the extra deck, so we're running one Castel for level 4 plays. We're running one Exton Knight, Evil Swarm Exton Knight. We're running one Gaga Cowboy just to give that additional damage. One Babuska, the Tired Tapir. Glad that this guy came back to one Dagusto Emerald, so we could recycle and draw cards off of him. We're running one Time Thief Redoer. Now, Time Thief is a pretty big card, guys, because once we snatch a card from the top of our opponent's deck, we could simply just remove him from play. Depending on what the card is, we could get 3 effects. We could remove him from play, draw a card, and the last effect is place one face-up card your opponent controls on the top of their deck. So if we have all 3 different materials, monster, spell, or trap, we can get all 3 of those effects and just chain them. Alright. So for the Link monsters, we're running one Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax. Dope. Hella boss card. We're running a one Barrel Load Dragon. He doesn't target, so we'll definitely want to run him. Just in case we run into another player that has Avramax, we could just attack with Barrel Load. Barrel Load will then take Avramax without targeting and bring him to our side of the field, and we could hit our opponent with a free 3000 beat stick monster. We're running one Sayuja Skulldread, just for the mere fact that the Fortune Fairies swarm the field. Alright, once we draw them. So we could basically just go into Skulldread and get some pluses. And we could also special summon from our hand. Fruit Magician Lemon. I'm sorry, not Lemon, Kiwi. So that our spellcasters are unaffected by card effects. We're running one Nightmare Phoenix, so we could get that pop off the back rows. Yeah. Get a pop off the back rows. We're running one Hita. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Hita, the Fire Charmer, Ablaze. Now, basically, we have fire monsters in the deck. So once we have fire monsters in the deck, we could simply bring her out by sending one fire Fruit Magician Girl or one fire Fortune Fairy. along with a spellcaster monster, and we can special summon her once she's removed from the field or destroyed by battle. I'm sorry, she could target one of her fire monsters in the graveyard and special summon them directly underneath her link. So she's pretty neat. And when she dies, she can add a level 1500 attack monster fire from her deck to her hand. So she's pretty neat, guys. Don't sleep on that card. For Link 2, we're running Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. Now, he's pretty much a breaker. He could pop cards in his row. Again, the spell card, Power of the Guardians, dope card to use with him. We're running one Cerberus, Nightmare Cerberus, pop special summon monsters. One Underclap Taker, just for that Link 2, alright. And one Link Karibo. So that is the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button. Leave them comments below. I'll be looking forward to read them. Alright, let me know how I can make any other deck better, or just for you guys. Hit me up. Delvin Palacio, coming directly from Belize. Peace.